Hey everyone, Chad HD here. Hope you're having a great day. This is your morning brief, and hope you tune in to the Chad HD Show today. News Talk 790 KFYO in Lubbock and throughout West Texas. You can probably tune us in there on 790 AM. You can listen online, KFYO.com, 8:30 to 11 Central Time is when I'm on the air. We've got a lot coming up on the show today, including a candidate for Congress. Glenn Robertson will join me in studio to talk about his campaign. We still have a lot of fallout to discuss from election 2016 in the New Hampshire primary. Goodbye, Carly Fiorina. Adios. And same to you, Chris Christie. Both those candidates dropped out yesterday. Ben Carson somehow is still out there campaigning. I really don't get it. He's going to be in the next debate, most likely. He probably should not be. I don't see anyone rallying around Ben Carson. I don't see a pathway for him to win the nomination. But he's still out there, and, so is Jim Gilmore. Jim Gilmore is out there. So if you're looking for the anti-Trump vote, Gilmore is still out there for anyone who's interested. Speaking of Donald Trump, a lot of headlines, obviously, because of his big win in New Hampshire. And as many of you know, those who follow the show and listen to the show, if you've watched some of my videos here on YouTube, you probably know that I'm not a big Donald Trump fan. I'm not on the Trump bandwagon just yet. But here's the thing. There are times where even if it's a candidate that I'm not particularly fond of, I'm going to defend that candidate when they need to be defended. And here's the thing about Donald Trump. While I do not agree with everything that Donald Trump has been saying, and while I don't believe that he is a true conservative, there are some good points about Donald Trump. He has gotten more people involved in the process. He has brought up immigration as a central key of his campaign, which has forced other campaigns to talk about him. So Donald Trump has been good on some things. Other things, he's been a little off. Love the fact that he's not politically correct as well. But some of the headlines that came out, I don't know if you saw the Huffington Post when Donald Trump won in New Hampshire. They called him a racist, sexist, this bigot came in and won in New Hampshire. Vox, if you ever read Vox, I don't know many people who do, but if you do, here's their headline on yesterday. The rise of Donald Trump is a terrifying moment in American politics. Really? Donald Trump's terrifying. See, here's what I think. Bernie Sanders and the rise of democratic socialism, or let's get rid of the first word, socialism. That's more terrifying to me than Donald Trump. The fact that we have millennials who are out there screaming and applauding Bernie Sanders and applauding socialism and applauding free crap, that's terrifying to me, and it should be terrifying to just about everyone else out there, but it's not. That's how far left the Democratic Party has moved and continues to move, is that they're embracing socialism. 10 years ago, there's no way Barack Obama could have gotten away with some of this stuff. There's no way anyone on the Democratic side could have gotten away with espousing socialist views. Now you have Bernie Sanders out there embracing it, and kids go wild. Millennials are loving everything that this guy is saying. And Hillary Clinton, who probably has a lot of thoughts, some of the same thoughts as Bernie Sanders, she didn't think in a million years she could get away with some of the things that Bernie Sanders is saying. And somehow Vox and the Huffington Post, they're worried about Donald Trump. Why? Because Donald Trump wants to build a wall, because Donald Trump wants to enforce current immigration laws. Every time I see a piece come out that says Donald Trump's a racist, and he's a bigot, and he's sexist, okay, show me how. Show me the examples of where Donald Trump is racist. Did Donald Trump say that all Mexicans are bad people and all Mexicans are rapists and murderers? No. He was talking about a group of illegal immigrants who are coming across the border. Guess what? They're not all chummy people. They're not all trying to get along with you and me and everyone else. There are some really bad people coming across the border. Now, they're coming from Central America. They're coming from Mexico. They're coming from the Middle East. They're coming from everywhere. And not all of them are good people. Maybe the vast majority are. There's really no way to know. But it doesn't mean that everyone is 100% angelic coming across the border. And I think that's what Donald Trump was trying to get to. I don't think that Donald Trump sits around and says, I just don't like Mexicans. I don't think that is true about Donald Trump. He's sexist. How is Donald Trump sexist? Exactly. Because he made fat jokes about Rosie O'Donnell? Every guy has made a fat joke about Rosie O'Donnell out there. And it's part of the reason why people like Donald Trump. He's a real person. He's not trying to cater to one group or the other. Donald Trump is real. Now, I think he is pandering on some things, trying to get some more of the conservatives out there. but at his base, he's a real guy. He's just trying to appeal to everyone out there in a way, and that's why people like him, because he just says what he thinks. And guess what? A lot of guys do the exact same thing when they're hanging out with their friends at a bar somewhere. Guess what? They're going to say things that they don't necessarily say around their own mom or their mother-in-law, unless you have a really cool mother-in-law. But they're not going to say those exact same things because they have to be more politically correct. Donald Trump, he's the guy in the bar saying a bunch of crap. That's why people like Donald Trump. Let's not discount some of his views on China and trade and, of course, immigration. People are embracing that. And the more articles that come out about how Donald Trump is this evil, sexist, and racist, and we have to be afraid of him, and he's a terrifying figure in American politics, the stronger Donald Trump actually becomes. And the faster that some of these news organizations learn that, maybe the better for them. But go ahead, keep posting all this crap about how Donald Trump's a racist and a sexist and truly terrifying. Again, I go back to the point that it's the Democratic Party and the rise of socialism in the Democratic Party that is truly terrifying for this nation. Tune in to the Chad Hasty Show weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 on News Talk 790 KFYO. It streams online at KFYO.com. Follow me on Twitter, Chad Hasty Radio. And you can also send me an email, chad@KFYO.com. Don't forget, subscribe to the KFYO YouTube page right below. Just subscribe to us. And feel free to leave your comments, like, dislike the video, spread it around, do all that kind of great stuff. Have a great day, folks. We'll talk to you on the radio, 8:30 to 11, weekday mornings on KFYO and KFYO.com.